right, welcome in, guys. So yeah, these we have a YouTube channel for these sessions. If you guys don't know it, somebody can please share it in the chat. But yeah, this is where these recordings go. Um, I think I missed the last one, but yeah. So the markup is very simple, guys, right? Our job in trading is to just basically multiply our money, right? Trade in the right direction where we think price is going, use the proper lot size. And we got to have a trading plan, a trading goal. How many pips do we need to lock in some profits, especially right if you're an intraday trader. You know, um, it's nice to hold trades. I think that's more of an investor mindset because you don't care if it goes up or down. But if you're an intraday trader, we do have to have very specific rules when it comes to our lot size management, our plan, how much money we're trying to make, and so forth. And I take it day by day, day by day. This is the session view that I like to use on one time frame, or it just depends on which one you're in. Um, Basically, I'm getting everything that I need to know. I have a view of the weekly candle. I have a view of the weekly high and low, the daily high and low, and so forth. And this tells me exactly what support and resistance I need. Um, these indicators are part of trading view. They're general. They're not mine. They're just other traders that I found in there. But you want to know the settings, specific settings for them. We can. Those won't be shared here. However, right, we had this big gray box is the previous high and low of that week. That's Monday, that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday, and that's Friday. So we started off the week very, very strong. Boom. No retracement. I think we opened above the 23% of the previous week and just shot up. I believe us well, right? If I measure this, the low to high of the previous week, we definitely surpassed the extensions pretty high. So we probably even doubled. Let's see, versus negative 618. Yeah, there goes the negative 618. I think we even doubled that movement. Let's put a -1 in there. Yeah, we literally almost doubled the week already. Okay, we doubled the week already there. So we're definitely bullish. However, right, things do need to balance out a little bit, not all the time, and that's why we got to take things day by day. The most consistent thing that I've noticed, right, is getting the highs and lows of previous weeks. If that's surpassed, getting the highs and lows from previous days and work from there. If these two are not are overextended or overbought or oversold, I sometimes go to a monthly candle and then sometimes even go to a quarterly candle as we've done with gold. All right, so for the most part, right, we cannot rely right now. It's just too much movement on the weekly. Okay, so to me, the focus is on these last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. So Monday we had a big push up. The day closed, right? The day closed, and this is what happened on this day. Okay, and again, those fib levels are very, very, very important, extremely important. Um, as you notice here, this is when the new day begins, and this is technically the beginning of the Sydney session, right? It's not by time. Well, it is by time, but it's by sessions, right? That's when the new day begins. For me, for gold is what 5 p.m. Central Time, right? We kind of established ourselves above 23%, and then just shot up. And where did it find resistance? Okay, well, it found resistance um, at this extension over here, the -618. So we found resistance there. Okay. However, Tuesday still closed bullish, right? Tuesday still closed bullish. So we have to respect this bullish day as far as using the fib for speculation, right? So then now I'll take the high of that day and I'll take the low of Tuesday. Okay. And Look where price is finding support at that 23% level. We talk about this all the time, guys, all the time, right? You find an impulse, you find a candle that you like, you find some structure that you like, go do a pullback. We can buy from, this is the buy low area, right? Because it's near the 78%, the institutional level. And our first take profit is at 23% if we get this low. Okay. If we get that low. Now we can establish ourselves above. Well, I think we're going to go to the extensions. But if there's enough selling pressure from here, right, it's not an automatic thing that we're going to reach the previous daily low, right? It's not automatic. We have to first go through the 78. And, there's any opportunity for us to sell, it'll be towards a 78%, which was 37.48. Yesterday, we took this nice sell, I believe. Where was it at? Yeah, we took a nice sell. Okay. We took a nice sell yesterday on the 2-minute chart. And yesterday it was a selling day. If we go back to the sessions, right? Let me rewind just a little bit. Again, this is how I grade myself if I'm in the right direction after the trading session ends. Okay. Here in the 20-minute chart, my sessions indicator, the sessions indicator turns on. Okay. And this gray box right here represents the New York movement. Okay. Which direction was strongest? Okay. Well, this is the high, and then this is the low. So the biggest direction was down. So if I was looking for sells yesterday, I did a good job because I was able to identify the biggest movement of New York. Okay. That was good looking for sells yesterday. Keep going. The new day begins. The Asian range is forming. London pokes itself above the Asian high. And then we came back down to the 50%. So here's New York. New York still is trying to make a decision. Not my favorite time, not my favorite area to be in when it comes to trading, when New York is inside the Asian party, right? The Asian club. Not my favorite because price does move slow. However, the Asian high, the mid, and the low, they will behave like support and resistance. Okay. At the same time, with saying that, right, I don't get caught up too much either with that. I'm not sure if price is going to flow right through the Asian session. I'm not sure if it's going to get stuck. I just got to find an area where I can buy low or sell high based on, the movement that I see. And if it goes my way, great. And if it doesn't, we move on and then look for another opportunity if there is one. And if there's not one, well, it wasn't our day today. And also, what's the golden sun move down?
Right, that's why I like to take
Go for
that's
that.
why I like to take the like this when there's my low, there's my high. Just fibbing that, we've already come back and hit the 50, if not the 618 on that retracement, you know, just fibbing the low that
There you go.
I'll even play that and just take a look at it. So yeah, there we go. Hit the 618, retesting the 50, and if it fails, we're gonna go back up that way to the extensions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and what Dan is saying, he basically saw a strong impulse from here to there. You fib that, let the high complete, and there it goes, guys. And again, but it got stopped again by that 23% level. So I mean, again, the consistency on that it's real, right? And this works on everything. However, the previous days
It is
are
odd
ideal for
looking
me.
harmonic too while you're at it. Just that last
Cool.
move.
We're drawing from you,
Yeah.
Dan, if you don't mind.
Right there's our little harmonic, this little area right there.
Oh,
I
I
can't
see
draw
it.
too good. My drawing tool is not the sharpest.
How good, man. All right,
Yeah,
but
but
then,
yeah, you see what I'm saying, right?
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. So once you kind of have your destinations, actually, let me go back to that 1 hour, 2 hour chart. Okay, with the the sessions because I use this right here, guys,
Yeah.
to kind of let me know, okay, where is price gonna go, right? I need a destination. And when you use the sessions indicator, these numbers on the right hand side are very, very important. Those are the averages of price movement of what price likes to do and move throughout the day. And let me see here. Let me make this nice and big for us here.
So what were the last, so when it turned out to be 119, was that the weekly averages for the last 3 weeks?
1 second, Dan.
Yeah, no worries.
What's the question then? Can you go for it?
What was the pip counts for the last 3 weeks?
Right here, 483.
483. Okay, so
Yes.
so if we take the average of the last three weeks, right?
Hmm.
Is that the 3 days? So your blue, is that the week or is that the day?
Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, so basically the sessions indicator is kind of already doing that for us on the daily scale,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
So it's taking the last 21 days, and the last 21 days average is 483.
All
Okay,
right, that's what I want to make sure. Yeah.
gotcha. Now, let me draw this here.
Is already the New York sessions hit 358 pips, which is kind of
Uh,
our range.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Let me do here. So let me draw this out right here, guys. How to connect all of this together right here. Okay. Let's see. And okay, so basically where we are we're gonna connect this information to what's happening right there. Okay. The daily range, we have to find the low of the day and the high of the day to make sense of it. Okay. The low of the day and the high of the day. So this is the current day right there. Everything outside of the box. So this is currently the low of the day, correct?
Mhm.
And this is the high of the day. Everybody got that? The daily range, the average. Okay, this is what's actually happening right now, current, and this is just basically the average in numbers. All righty. So if this is the low of the day and the price level is 37.50, it can still go up 483 pips upwards, correct? And what's the max of that? Well, that's technically what, $48. Let me go ahead and get my pip here. So the Asian low is the low of the day right now. Let's stretch this up. Okay, and then we're gonna extend this to I'm extending right now to where it's at the highest. You see how it's matching 28.66, 28.6.5, very close, right? But it can go as high as 483. So we're gonna do $48.34, give or take right there. It can go as high as that. What price line is that? 37.99. Okay, 37.99. So if price wants to complete its average, it can go as high as 37.99. Got it? However, New York also has currently the current low of New York is right there as well. See, this is the current low of New York. If it really wants to push up, it can go as much as 358 pips if this is the low of New York. Okay. Now that can shift a little bit, give or take, but 358 pips is $35 and it's right there lined up with that. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So they're about the same. They're about the same. Yeah, Luis. I mean, these numbers are they're accurate. That is what it's moving about. Let me see. We have a Prachi waiting, right? Hopefully, maybe somebody can help her out on the message. Let her know it's through Zoom, not through the. Because I know these trade lounge sessions are inside of the academy as well. There's like a button, but it's not active right now. We're doing them all through Zoom. Just let her know. Peace. Okay. All right. But is everybody following along, right? As far as how high price can go. So we're gonna call it 37.99. Okay. We're gonna call it the New York Max. So that's the New York Max right here. Okay. Now, simultaneously, right? Like, well, inversely, I guess you could say. Let me erase this. All I need is 35, 50, or 90. All right. So now let's flip the script a little bit. Okay. So now this potentially is the high of the day, right? And if that is the high of the day, we do the same thing in reverse. The London high is potentially the high of the day. And if it holds, we do this, and it's at 483, $48.34. There it is. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
To me, guys, this simplifies trading.
Yep.
It can do whatever the heck it wants to do in between, right? It can do whatever the heck it wants to do, grab lows, grab liquidity, et cetera, right? But if I know the potential destination, you just stick to your guns and hold, or just make sure that you profit every time you get the pit movement that you need. Okay, guys? However, this is something that I realized we're more bullish than bearish, right? The momentum, the structure is bullish in general. So in my opinion, right, what I've realized is that it's very hard. This entire movement down, that it's a 100% move down, correct? Meaning that that's the whole average of movement. Because we're in a bullish trend, I don't like to take a sell and use the entire 100%. I like to use at least maybe 60%. Makes sense, right? Because we're more bullish than bearish. Did I explain that correctly, Dan? Or
Yeah,
maybe you can
absolutely. 'Cause
explain it in
that
your
would
own
say,
words.
yeah, so you're saying basically what you're saying is if you're looking for the sells, you're probably not going to hit that level of $48. However, what you've got nicely here is you've got this level, you got this low it has to beat first, the Asian low. If it
Mm-hmm.
fails to break the Asian low, then it's just gonna, so you can at least take the trade to the Asian low if you're gonna sell. The next stop would be your BEC or rally base, whatever you got marked there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it fails off of that, then we can look for the sells back up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's called that range trading that I like so much, and we're stuck in a range. I can't believe we're stuck in the Asian range. This is unusual. I've never seen it like that.
Yeah. So here at 483 pips is the average of the last 21 days, right? Let's multiply that times 60%, right? So 483 times 60%, that puts us at 290. Okay, 290. So instead of bringing it down 480 pips, right? We're going to do it to 290. So let's what is that? 289, $28, $29. Right. And then look at that, man. It's right there.
Right at the Asian low.
Right at the Asian low, and also right there at the 1 hour BEC.
Yeah.
So I do like this 1 hour BEC, right? Too, be an area for us to really buy. Let's see,
Yeah.
Nico. So in a strong bullish movement like this, would be even think 60% is pretty good, Nico. I've noticed that 60% is pretty good, around 60, 70%. It's consistent as far as what I've seen. Again, this is what I've seen. It's sometimes less. So yeah, it's just nothing is definite, but yes.
So if you fibbing the previous, this is the previous week or previous
Uh,
day? Previous
this is the
day?
previous day, Dan.
You're just fibbing the previous day, not knowing that we've already touched the 618.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't bring it back down, retouch and go lower, then yeah. So the 618 is going to be our first area of really testing.
Mm-hmm.
If it breaks the London low, then we can possibly see it go down and touch the 786, which is right at your 1 hour, like
Yeah.
that exactly. Yeah.
So ideally, guys, I would like for us to come back down,
Hmm.
right? And then, we already kind of touched the 23% once. Maybe the second time we go through it, we can go through it easier and at least take it back to the previous daily high, right? At least, at least. So if we don't get this movement down, okay, I would like for price to establish itself a little bit above the Asian session. More confirmation, we can establish ourselves above the 23%, and then we take it and try to complete those averages.
Yeah.
Everybody got that? Is there any news, guys? I didn't check if there's any news at all. 1 second.
I think you got something. What are these down here at the? Click on your flags down there at the bottom, G.
Okay.
See what we got.
What I think this is to tomorrow, Dan. Let me see.
It's tomorrow or today.
Tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't think we have anything today.
Okay. And those do line up with Forex Factory for the most part.
I'm working on it. Yeah, Forex
Let's see.
Factory. Yeah, we got only thing we got today is at 3 p.m. FOMC.
New home
Yeah,
sales.
so and then 9 a.m. we got home sales. So I don't know if that's
Perfect.
gonna make a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it can make a big difference. All right, perfect, guys. So again, we got our chart marked up. Um, chat. All right, perfect. And we got our chart marked up. We got our potential areas where we could go. Now let's kind of just check momentum and see how everything is. And this is something that that an indicator that was created and derived from the cloud. And right now, this is now has become an impulse, like you said, Dan, right there. A nice bullish impulse.
Yeah.
Here goes the Asian high as well. This
Right.
indicator basically is letting us, it's more of an intraday during New York session indicator for now, based on this time frame.
Yeah, it works on
And
all time frames. I like it in the Asian as well.
yeah,
It does really well on any session because it gives you the same detailed information no matter what session you're in.
perfect. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it works great.
this also allows you, if you want to learn how to read structure and not look left too much, right? This helps you, kind of focus on what the price action is giving you. And right now, right, as we get new candlesticks, we get this box that rolls forward with it. And right now, this is the low, and this is the high. So basically, it's saying ignore anything to the left and just focus right here. So this is the impulse. This is the correction. It came to about 61%. And then we can get above the 23% like we always do. Here goes our potential targets. Based on what we have here, I do see us being more bullish than
Yep,
bearish. So we
because it
may
likes to
not,
complete it. It
yeah,
likes to complete that pattern. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
there you go.
like the pattern. Yeah.
So we may not get down here, guys. We may not get down here. All we need to do is just kind of get above maybe 37.73, maybe get a nice 15-minute candlestick to close above that. And I like it to the top side. I like it to the top side for us to keep going. So that's what I'll be suggesting. Okay, once we get above 37.72-ish, I like our targets up there. Yeah.
And we also have the evidence of the oracle below. See how it's got that nice swing up.
Hmm.
And if you put your lagging line on, you'll see that we're in the same direction, bullish.
Yeah, everything is bullish right now for it.
Oh yeah,
It's bright green, so yeah, we
oh,
just
yeah, totally
now
green. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, we're everything's there.
All the green lights are for buy. So even if you bought up to the 23%, we catch that trade from the 23 of the 5 minute box.
Yeah,
Just now, what's the pip count between the 23 of the boxes to the 23% line? How many
perfect.
pips is that?
One more time then from where?
From here to here. How many pips is that?
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. About 60, 50 to 60.
60 pips. There you go. There's your 60 pips you're looking for.
And again, man, we're on the
Biggest
five
proper
minute
lot
chart.
size.
We're in the 5 minute chart, and that's a lot of pit movement, right? In the 5 minute chart. So again, it's really important to know our numbers, guys, because this
Yeah.
gold is definitely moving. I mean, even from here to right there, right? It doesn't seem like a lot because we're in the 5 minute chart. Has 114 pips, 140 pips, give or take.
140 pips. Yeah.
So that's a lot of pips, okay? And if you know how to multiply them properly, and you know how to find an entry for them, I do like it. Okay. So I don't see us really coming back down to this area. The closer we do get to here, that's a buy low area for me to take us back up. But I do see us the momentum is pushing up. So I definitely do like the buys. Okay, I do like the buys from there. Let me go ahead and share this
Nice
chart here
from
with the group. Goldie,
your buys from Dubai.
buy to buy. And yeah, I like this setup right here, guys. 33, 37.73. That's some good confirmation. Even better, we get above the 23%, 37.78, and we continue going upwards. We had a markup yesterday that we left, and yeah, so we sold because I wanted us to come down to this 20-minute, 5 minute area, and it actually played the 20-minute very good. Okay, right there, and it did a double touch on it, and that could be the support that we need for us to continue going upwards. Okay, this is a markup that we left yesterday. Um, let's see here. Yeah, so see, came in, volume kept it again. We had a lot of momentum down, so we needed to come down twice, but it looks like we're getting that support moving forward. Nico, well, we do the markups every single day, right? Pretty much the same. So I would say, Sundays we do the top-down analysis, but for the intraday sessions, this will be a good one, or any live trading sessions that we have on the YouTube. Those would be good. Okay, those will be good. Let's see here. All right, perfect. All right, so I already shared with you guys the chart. As of now, I still see us going bullish, and once we pump up, there's no really major news. We can keep going up, and gold is gonna keep pumping up. All right, guys. So this will conclude our trade lounge. I appreciate you guys being here. Dan and I will come back this evening to do a midweek review. We are going to be doing some updates on the communication, just so I won't have too many chats going on. So just be on a standby for that, and so we can all be connected and so forth. But other than that, Dan, any last closing remarks, man?
Yeah, I might be a few minutes late getting in this tonight, but I'll try to be there. I have training this afternoon, just before that, so I might be switching from one thing to the next. All
Okay, no problem, Dan.
right, cool beans. All right.
Everybody have a good one. Thank you guys. Have a good day.